Lockdown has allowed the public to consider how adaptable their current kitchen environment is, allowed them to question what they could change, and I suppose has caused a drive or an interest of them reaching out and finding out ways of who can help with this. Designers and people who work in the KBB sector are acutely aware or tuned in to the needs, both from a functional standpoint and an aesthetic standpoint, of what you actually need to make your home work really well and to look good and to be multifunctional. A lot of the public didn't know this, you know what I mean? Like, people don't buy kitchens every day. A lot of times it comes down to aesthetics for people. It's how the kitchen will look. But I think the situation where people have found themselves in at home now, it's the kitchen is part of the home. That's where the food is generated, and that's where the hungry souls will congregate. I think people have started to realize, hang on, my kitchen all of a sudden needs to be an educational environment. It needs to be an office. It needs to be some people even doing the gym or the workout, or all those things. It has to be multi-purpose. Do you know what I mean? There's so much needs to go on in the kitchen. So it can be so much more. You know what I mean? It can be a shape-shifting, modular environment that allows you to do everything. I think there's a great opportunity for KBB designers to take advantage of this. Move away from the kitchen that's in the corner of the room with an island. Bring your design ideas and pull them out into the space. Allow KBB design to gain influence and a foothold within the interior design community and really stamp our authority on the whole thing. There's been a drive towards kitchens having their functionality neutered in many ways, you know what I mean? So you don't get to see the taps, the sink disappears. I've even seen things on social media by they're experimenting with using the likes of deck-tone worktop or different types of worktop, having the heating or induction elements hidden completely, beneath the worktop. So you don't even get a hob, you know what I mean? You just get a surface. Those sorts of things are going to be brilliant, for allowing designers to create multifunctional spaces. And one of the key elements of that is the outside living, inside-outside space. The garden is an extension. If you're lucky enough to have a garden or an outside space, it's just an absolute dream, you know what I mean? Because if you can open patio doors, like I know maybe in the south of England the weather's a little bit better than where I am in Northern Ireland because it's continually raining, but certainly the weather, if you get fine weather for say 6 months of the year, you can bridge that gap. Let's pull that outside space in and vice versa, the inside space out. So make the most of any square footage that you have on your property. So look at the floor coverings then. There's a lot of tile companies and floor covering companies that will allow that bridge of the gap, the same finish to run from inside to outside and a sort of seamless look, large sort of bifolding doors. The inside-outside space, designers have been aware of it for years, but the public weren't. So they're starting to ask for this now. Yeah, a lot of things going on. It's very exciting times in our industry, and I think there's a lot of opportunity out there for people,